Divorce is never easy. When children are involved, strict custody schedules and holidays add to an already stressful situation and can be difficult to manage. ParenTime makes handling your complicated family schedules much easier by helping parents maximize their quality time with their children after a divorce. When you first open the ParenTime app, you'll be prompted to create an account by entering your email address and a password of your choosing. You can also choose possessory calendar color, or parent with primary custody, and non-possessory calendar color. These color codes will show up on the calendar to easily highlight which parent has custody when, and to help in scheduling. When you're finished with these options, click Done. Now that we've logged in and selected our calendar colors, we can see options for Calendar, Schedule, Requests, Settings, and People. However, if you received an invitation email to ParenTime, that means the ParenTime calendar was set up by someone else, and you'll only see the options Calendar, Requests, and Settings. Using these options, we'll look at setting up the ParenTime app first, and then we'll look at day-to-day functionality like using the calendar. First, let's tell ParenTime how custody is shared. This gives us the option to set up our calendar. Again, if you were invited to ParenTime through email, this may have already been set up for you by the other parent. Tap Schedule, and you'll see 3 standard possessory options. The 50-50 possession is pretty self-explanatory. Standard possession is modeled after Texas standard visitation and provides the non-possessory parent to have custody the first, third, and fifth weekends, with 1 night per week, usually Thursday. Tender years possession depends on the age of the child and provides for limited possession by the father. An example for tender years would be if a child is less than 6 months old, then possession could be something like Wednesdays from 6 to 8 p.m. and Sundays from 4 to 6 p.m. When we tap any of these options, we can enter the next scheduled non-possessory start and end date. The app will automatically schedule the calendar appropriately for each parent based on this pre-made schedule, and show the possession for each by painting the calendar with the appropriate colors. You can also enter a child's birthday and holidays so ParenTime can manage those agreed upon dates as well. When you're done, tap the button at the very top of the window that says Tap to apply these settings. Now before you exit out of this area, other options will appear to help ParenTime organize and schedule the calendar, such as whether or not the parents live more or less than 100 miles apart, and which parent is the primary possessory. Once the custody sharing schedule is set up, we'll need to make sure both parents can access the calendar and make special requests when the need arises. To do this, tap People, then tap the plus sign at the upper right-hand corner. Now you can choose to add the other parent or a contributor to ParenTime by selecting them either from your iPhone's address book or by tapping it in manually. The other parent will then receive an invitation email including instructions about getting the app and getting started. Once the other person is in ParenTime, they can view scheduling requests, calendar changes, and so on. Now that the custody schedule and contacts are set up, we're ready to look at daily usage by both parents. The great thing about ParenTime is that it remembers your custody schedule for you, including any changes that may pop up. For example, if you've got tickets to a play you want to take the child to when they're scheduled to be with the other parent, you can create a new event request. To schedule a new event request, just tap the calendar, then tap the action arrow in the upper right-hand corner. Choose Create Event, and then enter the appropriate information. When you're done, just tap back to the calendar and you'll see a message that the change request has been sent for approval. The other parent will receive a push notification of the change and have the opportunity to approve the request or simply view the change on the calendar. Similarly, if you need to change the date or time of an existing event, tap on that day on the calendar, select the event from the list, and make changes similar to creating a new event. When you tap back, the request is sent to the other parent for approval. The rest of the time, the calendar works much like the standard iPhone calendar app. You can navigate between months on the calendar by tapping the right or left arrow buttons, and tap on a day to see any events listed for that day. Finally, you can also use the Action button at the top right-hand corner to navigate to a specific date, or refresh the calendar to see any new or updated events. And that's it. Managing your life during or after a divorce just got easier with ParenTime.